starting to get a bit tired of seeing only my old face in my videos for the most part, then I guess that's not gonna be the case today, because you're in for a treat and a special guest is gonna be joining me today. Wherever she might be right now. She's on her way. Taking her. Okay. Hi there. There she is, my special guest today.
Hi there.
May I present to you my host mom. Would you mind telling me a little something? Telling me a little something. Okay. Hey guys. May I present to you my host mom.
Hi.
What's your name?
My name's Rebecca.
That's right. I'm Agnes, but you probably know my name by now. Would you mind telling me a little something about yourself?
I'm Rebecca. I'm Agnes's host mom. I have 2 girls and a husband and 2 furry daughters.
I announced it on Instagram that I'm gonna do this little video, and you guys were able to ask us, or mainly her, some questions. So I guess we're gonna jump right in. And the first thing I'm gonna ask you is, why did you start the whole au pair program in the first place?
Well, we had a nanny, and I figured after we let the nanny go, we realized we really do need some help, but not enough that I would say requires a nanny. So we decided to go either a part-time nanny or au pair, and we thought au pair would be an amazing experience.
And it was. So why did you choose au pair in America? How did that end up?
I got some recommendations from various companies, and I searched into au pair in America, and I thought they were probably the best fit and the most experienced in the industry.
That's actually true, because that's also one of the main reasons why I decided to go with them, because I kind of felt like they've been around for a while. I've actually done that live stream, and that was in celebration of their, can you call it a 30-year anniversary type thing? So they've been around for a while.
That's been a while.
They know what they're doing, and I didn't regret it since then. Okay, there are tons of questions, so I'm trying to make it somewhat quick, and I tried to choose the ones that you guys would benefit the most from. But let's just jump into the whole application process, and yeah. We're back. Yay. Okay. Where were we? I think we left off with the whole matching process. Okay, so one more time. You're looking for an au pair. What's the first thing you look for in a Seriously though? What's the first thing you look for in an au pair?
I think for us, obviously we love the videos. If you don't have video, I don't think you're gonna get much play. We loved, obviously seeing your smile, and we thought it was very creative. I know it's not necessary, obviously, to be that creative, but too loud music doesn't work. If you're sitting in one spot and your voice is very monotone, I think it gets a little boring almost. It's harder to get your personality to come out. I definitely like to see a personality, I like to see a smile, and I like to see that the person fits well into our family, and I think that was the big feature.
Yeah, because those videos tend to be pretty long, and then if you're really only sitting in front of the camera, just like we're doing right now, then it can get a little lame, yeah. So, but is the English,
I think it's probably different for every family. For me, it was important because the kids have allergies, and I think that you have to make sure you understand everything that's being said. And I think, especially in the beginning, I think if you become shy and you just say, okay, yes, okay, and not really understand, obviously in that case you can have a deadly mistake. Yeah. But so I think it varies per family. For me personally, yes, I think English is a big plus if you're.
Yeah, that's also the thing, that it would be great if you could actually show yourself talking in the video. And like, those voiceovers are great to kind of get a lot of movement into the video, but then again you need those shots where you're just talking straight into the camera and you can actually see that you're not reading off the paper, but you're actually trying to talk. But yeah, and then if you decide to speak to one of the au pairs and you're doing the first Skype call, then what's the one thing you wouldn't want to miss with that? Is there something that...
I think really, again, personality. Yeah. I think the first thing you see, I get it, we're all nervous, we're all confused and trying to figure out what's the right thing to do. But I definitely think, just be yourself. We're all here, we're all happy for everybody, and we want to find the right fit for everyone. So I think just being yourself is most important.
Were there any weird questions that I asked you? Because I was just thinking about the questions. Because I feel like you need to, there's tons of stuff you need to ask, but you also have to, I don't know how to say that, but you have to show your interest into the family, and you have to show that you're really genuinely interested in taking care of those kids. So you need to ask about the kids, and you just need to show the family that that's your number one priority. And then, of course, there's also stuff like, can I have a car and stuff like that. But I just feel like you need to kind of try to not have it come across the wrong way.
Right. Maybe the first question would not be, you know, like, what are my hours? Or when can I get into New York? Or when can I get somewhere else? Or when's my first vacation? Yeah, I definitely think show interest in the family. I mean, you're doing this obviously to be an au pair, and we'd hope your first priority would be, I want to spend some time with kids. Obviously, it's great to be in America, but definitely ask them questions about the kids, ask them questions. And I just think if you're going to ask you other questions like the car, which is all a legit normal question to ask, but wait a little bit to see, you know, if you'd even fit into the family before you decide that I don't want to be with that family because I don't have a car.
Yeah, that's right. So how did we do it? You talked to me the first time?
I think our situation was a little different, because I think we were almost matching with another au pair. It fell through. I realized that, you know, I was new to the whole process. I didn't realize how quickly some people have to move. So when I saw your video, I saw your profile, I saw your paperwork, at that point we already knew, like, we were very interested, and it was more just, is this personality going to fit?
Yeah.
So what questions? Yes, I think there's definitely a difference between second year au pair questions and first year au pair questions.
Yeah. That's right.
But I mean, I know we definitely discussed the car, but I think it was more me offering to you, because we realized at that point we really liked you, we liked your personality, and it was more just me hitting the topics of the things that I knew were important to you. Yeah. But yeah, I don't remember specifically.
Because that's right, they were about to, or they almost matched with them.
Yeah, very close.
And I was about to match with host family, and I actually already said no, and then I was kind of like, oh, wait a second. But yeah, that's right. So now that, for us it was different, because I was a second year au pair, but there will always be those first days when the au pair arrives into the family. And then again, any word of advice you would give an au pair, or even a host parent, to make those days go down as smooth as possible? Or
I don't know, for me personally, I'm not in the au pair shoes, but I would picture myself being that age, coming into a different country, coming into a family, not knowing your surroundings. For me personally, I know I would be very welcoming and say, please, if at all you feel funny, come up, talk to us. Mm-hmm. I mean, we're all human here. We all want everybody to be happy. So for me, I think I'd be a little more outgoing, in the sense where, come have dinner with us, come sit down, or, you know, what do you like to watch? Why don't we all sit down and watch something? And obviously, the au pair is welcome to say, got time, want to catch up with my family at home or whatever. But I definitely think and also as an au pair, if you're feeling funny, and if you feel a little homesick, or if you feel like, oh God, I really would love to talk to someone, and maybe not my friends at home, maybe someone here, I definitely think you can talk to the host mom. I mean, I guess every host mom is different.
That's right.
But definitely reach out to someone nearby, or reach out to someone just to talk to them, so that you don't feel, there's no real issues, I think, with anyone in the first few days. So definitely just keep talking. That's
kind of true, because then that's kind of the key word, because if you don't keep talking, then that's when those huge piles of questions are gonna, I don't know, like pile up, and then if you kind of miss the point, if you don't ask it in the first days, then when are you gonna ask it? So it's just like, it would suck if there would be then like misunderstandings and stuff like that, just because you didn't want to ask, because she mentioned it before or whatever. In my first family, that was my first family. I arrived there my first days. I couldn't even find the basement, because the house was all over the place, and there was like so many things that were so little, and they explained stuff to me so many times, and my head was just spinning all the time. So yeah, that was different this time around, because I was already used to the language, to how this, I don't know, I knew how this whole thing works. But no matter what, the first days are always you don't really know what to expect. So yeah, if you're yourself and you talk to them, then I think it should go well. Are there any no-goes when living with an au pair?
No-goes?
I wish you could tell us some horror stories about au pair, but...
You know, I have this horrible au pair.
Shut up.
I don't know.
I'm the first one, so thanks.
What are no-goes? What do you mean by no-goes?
Would you set up a curfew or something like that? Like if she would come home, oh hello. Okay, I think it's Megan wants to join us. Should we feature her?
Sure. Can I get her?
Yeah. No. Why? Hey, she's actually never been in my video.
Hey. Hello, baby. Yeah, you should do outtakes.
Yes. She's going me to start the video.
You can see us. Can you see me? Go. Come on. Hi.
And of course, your time. Mango. Where were we? Any no-goes?
No-goes.
Yes. I don't know. Could you imagine something that an au pair would do? Like maybe like an au pair with a different cultural background that they would do that you would feel offended by, or something like that?
Yeah, drinking and driving is a no-go.
Or for example, if they're off, do you think most host families expect an au pair to hang out with them once they're off? Mango, I'm gonna hang out with you just a bit. Or is that, because that's like the weird balance, because of course, an au pair wants to do stuff in their free time, but...
No, I don't think it's required. I mean, they're welcome to, but I don't ever expect them to come and sit with us. Unless they want to. I mean, it's free time is free time, so you do what you please.
Yeah. What do we do with this little body? You okay? Get your bone! Question, have you ever felt like your privacy has been invaded by having an au pair in your life?
No, I haven't, but I was used to having a live-in nanny before, so I kind of understand what happens, but no, I don't think it's... I'm pretty comfortable, I'm pretty open, but I think every family is different.
Yeah,
I mean, if you invite 20 girls over, and, you know, I think that may be a different thing. Obviously, if it's discussed, it's one thing. Yeah. But I personally don't. I'm not like that.
Do you actually think that you guys are acting differently with having an au pair around?
Do you?
The first day.
Maybe the first day.
But I think that's kind of the cool part about it, because an American family, or you guys aren't actually all that typical American family,
right?
But they always seem so perfect with like the dogs and the family,
and so
they're all
perfect.
And then you get the real life experience, and that's kind of, I think, the fun part.
Well, I think it's similar to like the TV shows, you know, the reality shows. They always say like, well, the cameras start to disappear after a little while. It's true. You can't like hide normal life.
Yeah, that doesn't work after a year.
Yeah.
9 months. You could have pulled it off, maybe.
You think?
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
yeah,
I didn't
bother. What else? How often do you get pissed off by an au pair and don't tell her right away?
I don't know if I've ever gotten pissed off at you.
I burned burger sticks.
No, I don't know. I don't.
That's also a question that
I kind of feel like that's it's very particular, and I mean I can't vouch for all host moms because everybody's different, but no, I don't get pissed off easily. Well, maybe at the dogs, and maybe at my husband, but no, I don't think there's anything. I think as long as you respect each other, I don't know if it's really going to go there. And as long as you communicate, I think you can avoid the pissed off part.
Yeah. Appreciate the little things that your host mom or your host parents is gonna, what they are gonna do for you. Then it's just like a give and take type thing. And yeah, I liked it. By the way, I just wanted to talk about the whole application process one more time. So right now I could kind of experience the whole matching process from the whole other side, because I was on the other side. But back then when I was in Austria, I did all my stuff. I did my video, I did my letter, I uploaded those photos and all of that. And I really genuinely thought that a host family would go through all of that stuff, would go through all of those recommendation letters and stuff like that. But in fact, the first and mostly only thing a host family looks into is the video. And that was, I really didn't get that.
It's your 1 minute time pretty much to FaceTime for...
What's that called? Elevator pitch. Isn't that kind of what it is? So you kind of have to sell yourself in the or actually, how long is that video? Because they do tend to get kind of long. Anyway,
but honestly, I think the first 30 seconds is where you have to sell someone.
That's
and
true.
I think it's definitely talking, but maybe a little small introduction of something fun. But yeah, just sitting and talking monotone in front of the camera, like, hello, how are you? And this is what I do. I kind of feel it gets a little boring. But yeah, show your personality. I know everybody's got a fun personality.
Okay, we're heading towards the end. There's one more question. Somebody asked, how would you describe our au pair host mom relationship, and do you stay in contact with your former au pairs? Well, you don't.
Well, I don't have a former au pair. But we're definitely planning on staying in contact with you. I don't know. I kind of picture you like an older daughter, and a friend, but I don't.
Cheesecake buddy.
A cheesecake buddy? Hey, you turned me on the cheesecake. I'm not sure I'm very happy about that.
Dang it! Okay, what's that? Is that me? No,
It's me. Sorry.
But why is it?
I'm passing string. I'm a relationship thing.
Oh yeah.
That's
right.
What do you? I don't know.
Hmm.
How do you picture me? Am I like
Because I wouldn't say, because you sometimes your mom sides come out when you're like, oh, are you okay? And stuff like that, and stay safe and stuff like that. But then on the other side, I wouldn't picture you my mom. Like, maybe that's also my mom is so not like you. That's why.
Okay, it's different.
It's so not what I have in mind when I think of mom. But then again, when like you are one of the most amazing moms when I see you with the kids. No, but it's really that's so true. So it's. I don't know, some kind of role model. I mean, I don't know, we all have our good and bad aspects, but if I'm trying to picture myself as a mom one day, I would like to have some of your sides. That's cheesy, but that's true.
Cute! No, and I love the fact that you are going to be around my family. Even though you're not here, you'll still be around my family. And my family took Agnes in as part of their family. I definitely believe that. I mean, everybody who's going to be around where you are will be, they know, and you can call any of them and they know that you're part of the family, and they'll treat you like part of the family. And I think that's huge.
Yeah.
I think that's really.
But that's also one thing, if you're really in for it, and then that's what can happen to every au pair out there. You have to give it your best and then you can be part of the family. But if you're part of the family, then you're also all in, then you have to be okay with doing, I don't know, occasional puppy sitting or stuff like that. Like, it's just like a give and take type thing. So
Yeah.
So for all of you newly au pairs out there, or all the au pairs at the beginning of the journey who want to start a year with AIFS educational travel or au pair in America, which is basically the same, we just wish you the best of luck, and we hope that our words of advice were somewhat helpful. And yeah, I guess that's it.
Good luck.
Bye.
Alrighty, you guys, there you have it. There's just one more thing I'd like to get off my chest real quick, because as you guys know, my au pair life is about to be history, and that's why I couldn't help but get real cheesy and a bit emotional from time to time during our talk. Anyway, it's kind of hard to define what the whole relationship between an au pair and a host parent is all about, because there's always going to be some kind of weird dynamic to it. You can probably imagine that you end up getting pretty dang close to your host family over the course of a year. It is always kind of overshadowed, I guess, by the whole business aspect of it, because the host parents are the ones who decide when you're off and not, and I just want you to keep that in mind, and I hope you'll be able to find the right balance between the whole business and private aspect of it, and just manage to talk about whatever it is that comes up. And I don't know, I just hope you'll find a host family you'll feel comfortable with and that you manage to fit in, because I was lucky in that sense, and I just hope you guys have a blast as well, and I wish you all the best. Honestly, that's all there is to say. Bye bye.
Oh yeah. You got me.
Yes, you guys are in focus. Should I just?
If I'm back, should I be wearing a different color?
No, you're fine. But just there's like
Law.
no, but
No
like,
Okay, whatever. Let's do this. Let's see how this goes. Okay. Hello. I still don't trust this thing. Is it filming?
I don't know.
Phone is ringing again, so we're just gonna say bye and have a great day. And I hope you enjoyed having my host home with me today. You should try the pancakes. Okay. Stick it to the man. Don't put on face of you, Reggie.